And as the music comes to a close, that means the stream is ever so much closer. This sultry, brisk Saturday morning. I think it's Saturday. That's what that's what the calendar says on the computer. Oh, here comes to missed it. Can't be making these calls live on screen anymore because we blow it. We blow it each and every time. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live with the Legend Heroes Trails to Azure today. We spent 3 hours last night getting introduced to it. Went through something about the D. Sadly enough, it didn't have anything to do with penises. But loading on up the traces of D. That's it. I knew it was something. The prologue. Yeah, almost 3 hours in. We're nailing with a new partay, relatively speaking. Lloyd, Noel, Ellie, and Wazy as the little bit of the shocker there. But I think we're starting on with chapter the 1. After the arrest at Altair Lodge. Moving on. And do you want me to hit the A button? There we go. Yeah, we took the train back from Altair back to Crossbell City, which is where we are. Fancy car, children playing about just in the town square per se, and there's the cat and dog playing on the rooftop. I wonder if the cat will still give us some quartz. Oh, now we're not allowed back here? What happened? We're doing some renovations? Very well could be. What's that giant pillar in the back? When was this erected? I believe that's the... Is that the IBC building? We're just doing some mess here. So these are the support requests as they go on about it in Japanese. We get them every day in a single batch, but you know, it's usually up to us to decide how many we want to take care of. Sure, that's fine. But whenever we check the terminal, it'll let us know how much time we have remaining. I love how like this is explaining everything to us as if it's brand new. I don't remember Zero doing any of this. Yeah, this one. Yes, the detective notebook. Yeah, that'll help us out, you know, whether we got to go to a specific place for a quest or whatnot, and the main quest, support requests, it's all in there. The bestiary of the combat notebook, also telling you how many times you died. It's great for that. You're right. I heard from Tio that the Foundation is already researching it. So a digitalized notebook, eh? We're just gonna run around with like an iPad or something? Anyway, this is how we do things at the special support section. Let's start by checking the details of those requests on the terminal. Roger Dodger. It's weird that Wazy is just thrown in there. I mean, they did say there was a surprise person that was jumping on in, but I wasn't expecting that. When you inspect the terminal at the SSS and choose check requests, a list is available and displayed. Marked as urgent are required to be completed, and note that note that completing any urgent requests will advance the source. So that's why you leave the urgent ones until afterwards when you've done all of the other quests. Yeah, you want the Mira, you want the DP. As far as anything's going to be concerned, you're going to make sure that you're going to get a lot of Mira, because you're going to need that requirement. I'm debating in my head, and now I debated with this last night too, whether or not I want to have the voice acting on. I feel like it's a little on the quick side. And I don't mind it. I really honestly don't. But the only thing that bothers me is how quickly they sort of just go over it. So maybe I'll just like, maybe it's this one, maybe the additional voices. I think we can drop, or maybe I just get rid of the auto advanced. Maybe that's what we get rid of, because I still like the talking, but give me the control to maybe read it myself. I don't know, right? Because if I get rid of that, I don't know. Let's just get rid of that for now. It's still too quick. Still too quick for me and my brain to pick up that stuff, but that's okay. So let's take a peek at the tactics of who we got here. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Come on there, game. So we got, all right. So Noel and Ellie are both, you know, some background. So we can see they're both got the same range, and then, you know, Wazy is gonna punch things with their fist. Wazy hemisphere, as they're called. So they'll go up front with us. So now that we have that, let's go on into the formation. Probably like that. I like that. We've run with this formation for quite some time, but it works. It works well, and you know, the old saying, folks, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That heavily applies with me here. We have 5,000 Mira, 3 hours into the game, and I don't think we have any new equipment to be thrown on in here. Nothing brand new. And then for the orbments, again, everyone's got one except for there. So yeah, we're gonna have to probably buy some Master Quartz for other people. So let's check on the quests that we got here. So like I said, we got Enigma 2 training, verifying the Imperial Secretary, and then a My Zone Imelda monster extermination, as well as another extermination on the West Crossbell Highway. So those two you would do first before taking care of these two. From Wendy, CPD headquarters requested that I give you guys a short lesson on how to operate your Enigmas 2, just in case you forgot how you can. Find me in the usual spot. We're at the Orbital store in the Genton, right off into the central square. A few days ago, the 1st Division Intel Network received unconfirmed information that an Imperial Secretary Lecter Arundel has entered Crossbell. I remember Lecter. He was the guy that played in the casino, basically took all the money from the miner Gantz, I believe his name was. We request that the Special Support Section verify the authenticity of this report. Well, I mean, he was there before, so. Now, 1,000 Mira for the Maizen Imelda monster extermination. A dangerous monster, Superior Mosquito, has been sighted in the downtown apartment building Maizen Imelda. Please deal with this swiftly, and please retrieve the apartment key from Imelda, the owner of the antique shop in the back alley. Okay, so we're gonna have to go to the antique shop first in the back alley to get the key to be able to go into the apartments. Okay, and then finally, the West Crossbell Highway, the Bubbly Scissors G, been sighted. Can you deal with this threat swiftly? Of course we can. First, we're gonna sit down, have a coffee, chat it on up with them. Okay, I like that. So now I can hit the A button. That'll work for us. See, my problem with that is, Ellie, we saw him. That is to say, we seen him. Yeah, like I said, he was at the casino. But maybe they're referencing from the last time from when from Zero to Azure. I believe it's been 6 months since Zero. Maybe not. I don't even think it's been that long, to be honest. Because it seemed like we went right to work, right on into things. But, you know, with Randy and Tio sort of being on their own to do their own things here and there, maybe we could figure it out. Read a file on him back when I was training with the 1st Investigative Division. Captain Lecter Arundel of the Army's Intelligence Division. I can read. Sometimes. Ooh, he's got 2 jobs, 2 paychecks. Yes, that's what we just said, Noel. Political affairs is his specialty, I guess.
半分以上砂気もするけど、しかし帝国政府の書記官で軍情報局の所属ってことは、あの有名な鉄血宰相の腹心ってところなのかな。
Is he the famous Blood and Iron Chancellor's confidant? Come on, Lloyd, don't fail me now. Wazy showed that they were very trustworthy in the first game. You know, you might not have wanted to trust them, but the amount of knowledge that they had should not be surprising to you now. It shouldn't work that way. Yep. Informal speaking with Speaker Hartman, who we can remember from the last night's stream. He was basically getting pulled around by Ernest. So, you know, literally like pulled by the ear, like you're coming whether you like it or not. Well, isn't this interesting? Handling support requests within the city is our highest priority, right? You're damn right it is, Wazy. We'll have to go on the highway for that monster extermination, so we can leave that for later. I mean, you say that, but the game literally told me if you do the urgent ones, the other ones will go, you know, there. See, that would be it. It's been a few months since Ravash's demise. So it's been a few months since Zero has gone down, at least. And I was right when I said the name of this company. Hey you? I'm right. I'm not right all the time, but when I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna take the win as we get them. Hey you. Oh, come on, Noel. Let's stick with the game here. We can't all play dumb around here. It's an international conference coming up that the mayor proposed. A few world leaders are supposed to be in town. So, yeah. So the new mayor, Dieter Croix, is sponsoring it. If you remember him from Zero, he was the IBC head. And Ellie's grandfather was the old mayor, but he really sort of showed no interest in continuing on. But this is a welcome person to be the mayor, I believe. He's got a good head on his shoulders. So we're gonna get representatives from Bonerville, Calvert, Laburo, and Remiferia will meet. I wonder if the mayor of Bonerville will be making an appearance. Is it West Zemuria Trade Conference? Well, again, he's a former IBC CEO. He's, yeah, he could easily pull this off. He's got some pull. I've never met the man, but he sounds incredibly capable. Oh, he's an incredible, capable man, all right. Wazy's met him, we've met him. Well, we all enjoy an honest to goodness paycheck every once in a while, right, Wazy? So we can't just be essentially a Twitch thought stumbling around throwing my dick anywhere, right? Good old Chief Sergey. Oh yeah, I feel like I'm a little off here. Like we don't have a coffee, at least even a little bit of a brandy, whiskey. Starting off early morning beer. Why not, right? Just an empty table. Put your feet up, enjoy it. Sergey has recovered from getting shot in the leg in the previous game. Good morning, sir. Wait, Noel, you're making us all look bad here if you're going to be the one, like, add attention here. There we go. Howdy, soldier. You know, relax. The SSS is pretty hands-off. You can do as you see fit. I don't plan to interfere unless the situation is dire. Well, I don't know if I'd put it like that. I mean, he's good people. Let's not beat that one under the bush. The chief, won us over. You know, he started off a little stern at the very beginning of Trails from Zero, but, you know, like, he saw us as some exceptional assets to the Special Support Section and to a further note to the police department. You heard him. Didn't you hear him in Japanese? Yeah, I can wait until you're finished handling your support requests, though. So, you know, finish those off, and then we'll be good to go. Come back on to the Chief. The Police Academy. Those are some great movies, right? We're going back because you're a failure as a detective, Lloyd. That's right. You and Lloyd are well acquainted with it already, I'm sure, but we want to get Wazy. I'll ring you with my enigma. You can ring my enigma, 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 banana, ring my bell. It's just shut up every once in a while with the songs. Work through your support requests and patrol the city. Aye, aye, boss. We'll get on that. What are you up to, Chief? Just have to wait and see. Sounds exciting. I'm heading on out. Toodles. He's probably gonna go grab a coffee. Sorry, Noelle. But this is how the Special Support Section operates. If you look at it as positively, he's fostering our independence and honing our judgment, but still, you know, he's keeping a short leash on us, is the way I would look at that. Well, that's one way of putting her. So, are we gonna go check out the city? Of course we are. We sure are. Kia said she was about to leave for Sunday school, so since the Chief already left, we should be the ones to see her off. Let's go to the 3rd floor, see if Kia's ready. Can we go barge on into the Chief's office, though, and steal, like, some top-shelf brandy, perhaps? No? Nothing to see here? No bat phone to pull off? No? We tried. 4 quests, got them all. We are all doing lovely. Anything to read here? No. Clocks never changes. It's always going to be, you can either read that as 11:05 or 1:55. I'll let you decide. Orbital phones, hi. Going into the kitchen, no one's hanging out. Still no fridges. We haven't had that advancement in technology. We'll get there. I believe this is my room. I wonder if the things transferred over. They did. That's awesome. You can sleep in my bed. See, well, maybe it technically is. I should check that, because all the clocks are the same. All the clocks are the same. This is Randy's room. He's taking part in Bellegarde Unit's rehabilitation training right now. Wait, did he go to rehab? Did he run into a little bit of a drinking problem? He's gonna have to go into AA. Those are the batteries, right? I can't believe I said that last couple streams ago, but it'll take some time to recover their stamina and senses, though, so wishing them guardsmen a speedy recovery. I gotta say, I like Wazy's room. Stylish is one way of putting it. It's almost like something you see in a model home. Didn't take you any time to get settled on in, did it? Furniture looks expensive, too. I asked an acquaintance of mine for a favor, and he hooked me up. Give me a second. All right. If you guys ever get tired, I don't mind you coming in to relax since we're here. How about I crack open that bottle over there? See, Wazy, you and I are going to get together a lot more often. What? No, Lloyd. I feel like we need to break Lloyd in. You need to be more Wazy and less Lloydery. All right, yeah, so we can sleep there. He's got a nice little setup. Apparently the booze is a no-go, but that's fine. And whose room is this? I don't know if this is anybody's room. It's a nice room. Nice getup. The 3rd floor. That's where Fuller sleeps, ladies and gentlemen. He'll pee all over us. This is Tio's room, still taking care of work out in Le Mans State. She's at the Epstein Foundation Research Lab with Jonah. Revised state laws have made it easier to expand that horrible network, so they're assisting the Foundation with that. Most of that flew right on over my head, but it sounds like the Foundation has kept them busy. I guarantee that, you know, Randy and Tio will be back in the party. That's good to look at. I didn't decorate it much, so this is a little embarrassing. Hey, you know what? It still looks good. Rather tidy, I would say. Indeed, it's exactly what I would expect from someone like Noelle. And there's that plushie over there. It's that matching plush that Fran and I have. Brought it on with me from the barracks at the CGF. Pulls the whole room together, doesn't it? Still not entirely adjusted yet, but it's good. I appreciate, like, they really take care of their officers here. Like, they get a solid room, like, that's giant, you know, like, you know, you make yourselves feel at home, you nice little, you know, things could learn a few things from video games, folks. Are we working on some math? Is that a Mishi plushie? It's a giant tail on that. Kia, hello. We brought you something from IKEA.
Kia?
Yeah, don't you have Sunday school today? Probably. Shouldn't you be off by now? Oh, today I'm not going today. I thought I'd, you know, follow you guys around the town again. We're going to work. Technically, we're already at work. I'm led to believe that they don't actually have separate homes that they go to, but, you know, it's cool. Studying. Tee-hee. Yep. Well, Kia, you're such a good girl. I only did what was required in Sunday school. I don't think I ever did any extra work while studying, so I hardly ever even showed up, to be honest. Figured it made more sense to teach myself than to be taught by some incompetent priest. Preach! You never know, he might reach out and touch you. Uh-oh, Lloyd with the stern look. Wazy! Like, I understand. She's a young girl, but possibly also 500 years old. We don't know. We're just painting a picture for her, okay? What Wazy says may not be incorrect just as much as what Noelle, Ellie, and Lloyd had of a situation at Sunday school, if they went, right? It's all just different interpretations of it. And Wazy did not have a good time there. I think I upset Mama and Papa Bear here. Wait. Wazy? What, is something wrong? Oh, I was just thinking how progressive Crossbell is. More importantly, shouldn't we get going? Yeah, of course. Wait, are we dropping her off at Sunday school or what's going on? Yep. 1 second. Alright, we're all set and ready to go. Alright, let's go. Let's take Kia out the back exit. Wait, I thought there was a bunch of construction going on there. That's a Mishi. I believe that's a Mishi. Like a Funko Pop bobblehead. Things are floating around here. Great room. Great room. Hey, what's up, buddy? Chatting on up with the cat and dog. Zeit, cop, hanging out, eh? You two do get along. Of course they do. It's just an internet meme that cats and dogs don't get along together, right? Maybe. You work today? I thought your off days were like Wednesday, Thursday. Although you probably, you know, it's early, of course. Did anyone understand what he said there? He said woof. My mistake. Are you John Smith? 1972? No, not me. 1876 here. Proud pup, that's for sure. That's a wolf, okay? It's a wolf. Let's not mess that around. Who is this black cat? I thought we went over this. His name is Cop. Coppe? Copperoonie? Cop. That's the play on words. We're police officers. We have a cat. His name's Cop. And he meows weirdly. Nyango. And he also gives us some quartz. I don't think I'd be getting my own cat too when I join the SS. Well, we are. What's going on? Would you like a show on, my friend? Oh, tucking a tumble. You okay? Yeah, you're fine. Here, pick a show. How would we like some Cocoa Melon? Blues Clues? Blues Raging Clues? Want Blues Clues? Pat Como. Sorry, Pat Como. Some of the weirdest shows that wait. Smells like poop in here. Did you poop? Yeah? I guess I gotta change an ass. Come here. Let's change your bum. I know you love the show. Come on. You gotta change your bum. You stink. He stinks. I'll bring a tear to anybody's eye. Might have touched poop. There. There we go. There we go. There. Just gotta wash my hands, dude. Give me a second, okay? Let's go wash my hands. I might have poo on them. Okay, want back out? Alright, I'm back. My hands no longer have poo on them. It was exciting. So I'm guessing that we can't get no... Oh yeah, we should feed Cop. Meow? Actually, I think he's full right now, you pieces of... Chief must have fed him before he left. Yeah, so if you feed the cat a list of usually what the fish that you caught, then he gives you a piece of quartz. Nothing like high level or anything like that, but yeah, we'll catch some fish. We'll probably get a bunch of things. Anyways, let's head on out. Backdoor shenanigans. Yeah, so, like, why are we going out this back way? Like, I was just gonna say, did you not see the construction? Oh, it's barricaded. How dare we ever try to go back here? Wait a second. When did this happen? I don't know. Maybe they're making all of our bedrooms into, like, apartments or something. I don't know. No, in the last game, it was wide open. Looks like it. Yeah, you guys weren't here. While you were on your trip, some construction workers came by. The chief called them on in. You'd think in this horrible Enigma network of ours, we'd think we would find a way to communicate this, you know, via email or something to our police officers. Guess not. Yeah, maybe the construction has something to do with how he was acting earlier. Could be. Either way, I don't think we should try leaving this way. No, like, what made you think that? We could probably break our necks. Does the Crossbell Police Department have good insurance? Maybe Crossbell State is one of those places that has universal health care, like China. No, like Canada. Alright, out we go. Good old geofront construction work. I like how they've added that in. I don't know if there's going to be any new weapons. I doubt it. I only have $5,000 anyways, so yeah, we're starting back up again. I don't see the redhead or the kid with the orbital staff with you. Those two still have some business they're taking care of. So we got some new people. So see if there's anything you like. You just got new stock just for us? How considerate. Yes, considerate indeed. Watch it be way expensive. Oh! Actually not too bad. I'm sitting here wondering, is it worth me to spend that much money to get, like, the new weapon, right? Oh, it's always what we're thinking. I always gotta think of, like, what Baker says. Like, also, like, I can't afford to have 4 of these all right now until I at least make some money. But I think for now, let's go out. Let's make some money. And then we'll come back and buy those new items. All right, so where are we essentially wanting to head here? Are we literally exploring the city again? Hey, it's the South Park troupe. Ryu and Anri. You're late. We're waiting for you in front of the bakery. Come on, class is about to begin. Well, I'm sorry, you guys. Hey, Ryu, Anri. You're as energetic as ever.
久しぶりです。
Yeah, long time no see indeed.
久しぶりじゃん。キーヤから聞いたけど、支援課また始めんだってな。
Wait, like, so did the SSS end after 0 and then it's starting up again? I'm so confused. Do we only do small jobs and we go back and work for like the first division or just be normal beat cops?
言うじゃんか。ま、今の兄ちゃんたちだったら。
I guess with the way you are, you're almost as good as bracers now. Almost. Almost.
偉そうだってば。
さすが支援か。子供にも大人気みたいだね。
Boy, it's quite the turn that I've seen the SSS make since the previous game. If you remember last game, we're the bottom rung. You know, you had the Bracer Guild. Everyone loved the Bracer Guild, and then you had like the First Division, and then you had like what the CGF, which is what Noelle is under, and then you know way down, you know, below penis level, you had the special support section. So.
そういえば、ティオさんにランディさんも。
Yeah, Tio and Randy are sort of out on assignment right now. Busy taking care of some unfinished business right now. Cloud, my boy, you still here? Let's talk about the WWE releases. Like, what's going on with that?
おう、よろしく。
Yeah, you too. Unless, of course, you're at work.
ってあれ？そっち
Wait, is the other one a guy or a girl? Uh-oh. Those are questions you don't want the answer to.
ちょっと、リュウ。
Ryu, you can't be saying that type of stuff in this day and
ど
age.
うだろうね。君が女だと思うんだったら。
If you think I'm a girl, then maybe I am.
だからワジ。
Wazy, stop trying to confuse the kids. Wazy's a man.
それより3人とも急がなくていいのか？
Yes, off you go! Exclamation points and all. Go find a cardboard box to hide in before you find out about Metal Gear.
ああ、キーヤも頑張れよ。
All right, we have to go to the back alley first to get the key for the apartments. So,
そんじゃ、モモチに寄ってくか。
let's go to Momo's place. Is Momo like one of the rich kids? Could be, I guess. We need to hurry. Off they go. Off they go.
元気な子たちですね。
Oh, to be a kid again.
西通りに住んでる子かい？
Is he from West Street?
もう一人は。
Yeah, and the other one's from the residential district, though. Super rich.
さてと。
Anyways,
仕事を始めよう。
let's get to work.
とりあえずそこの
Start by going to Genton and headquarters. How about we don't go there? Because then that's going to advance the story.
いいかもしれない。
なるほど。
Alright.
パトロールというわけですね。
Yeah, like a patrol, right? Yeah, sure, like a patrol.
大げさなものじゃないけど、意外な情報が入っ
It
て。
helps to talk to people around the city, and sometimes we receive unexpected information or find people who may need our help. So,
課
yeah.
長からエニグマに連絡が入るだろう。それまでに市内で気になる場所に。
Check out the city while we're here waiting. I like the idea of that, sure.
それじゃ
Alright.
行こうか。
Fine with me. Chapter 1 Ominous Days. Map can now be opened, and while inside the city, press the hamburger button to bring up a map of the city. Bring it up again for a map of the state. If you were inside the city, you can use the map as a shortcut to... Oh my god. So I didn't realize this until 100 hours in the previous game, that you could do this. I don't know if it remember... I remember it telling me that we could do this, but I feel really embarrassed that we didn't know that we could do that. So, yeah. Be aware that in some situations, fast travel will be unavailable. Now, I always still like the good old-fashioned just stumble around, right? Thank goodness nothing ever stops the Transcontinental Railroad from running. This guy's name is Lid. My name's Lloyd, your name's Lid. Great, we had a fantastic conversation. We don't have any business. Lloyd, I'll tell you when we have business, okay? And when I want to go into a goddamn door, That means I have business. And then we decided to talk to Lit again. Look, we got Billy here. Running Rhymes deliveries. Are you like, who's FedExing shit to the whore? Huh? It's a great Rob Schneider bit. Doesn't get enough love nowadays. That's the Geo front. I don't know if we can go in there. It's locked, so I guess not. All right, let's start our little rigmarole. Our stumble around. Hi, little girl. Mimi. Who are these people with you? Yeah, they're still busy. Okay, yeah, really? New people? Great. Sir? Ma'am? Don't want to be going misgendering people around in this game. I saw an Orbital car flying through Central Square. Now, you mean like it wasn't legitimately flying like the DeLorean and Back to the Future 2. You mean referencing to flying like going a little quickly. Right, Abel? They were clearly speeding, so I immediately report. Okay, well, we got a Karen over here. Just keep it to yourself, there, friend. Okay. This guy's on the best ride ever, the bench. Old man Conti. He's got a long road ahead of him, does he? Okay, yeah, we're not going to go into the Gen 10 Orbital store yet. Do you want a balloon? Yes. I would love a balloon. These are my everyday balloons. I just remember that we have Sunday school later. Yeah, well, you better get over there, okay? You better get over there. Homework. Ain't nobody got time for that. Anybody got no time for none of that. Welcome to the department store. Hi. Baguio. Third time's a charm, right? Sure. Well, yeah. How about 4 or 5 times? Hi. Fresh ingredients. I have like $5,000. And it's, you know, not enough money for literally anything. I mean, maybe we'll buy like a thing for the Crossbell Times, if that's still a thing. Do your best to ask me questions, but I don't have. Did you see that we opened the rooftop a few days ago? Oh, is there like a patio up there? Take a look, eh? Niston! New members, eh? Heard you were traveling in various nations with Speaker McDowell, but you've returned. Honored to have you. Yeah, so on the upstairs, there's like an accessory shop. No, I think it's an armor shop, accessory shop, and a shoe shop, maybe? Run on into, you know, Al Bundy upstairs, seller of women's shoes. He's got a great job. Great gig. Probably's got a pension plan, you know. Everything can work out well. Treat your group the same as we would any other customer. So, sorry, Wazy. No special treatments for you. There go those free samples. You get a salary for a reason, jackass. No reason to be rude. This is a Mishi corner. Those are gotta be the cutest things I've ever seen in my life. Can I grab a Mishi at the Mishi corner? Welcome to the Southwark General Store. Mishi-related merchandise to meet customer demand. Eh? Tio will be ecstatic. Shop-a-rooney. What do you got? Crossbell Times. I love buying these. Steamed Mishi bun. Oh! That's not too bad for the money. Yeah, we got a few of these other things, but that was not too bad. The 50 EP is really nice. Let's see what the Crossbell Times has to say about us. Get on over into the books. The market reacts to the upcoming conference. That's right, we've had that. And the West Zamodian economy surged with activity. It's the first kind with the new mayor, Dieter Kwa. Don't get on me about how you're supposed to say his name. And the Orcus Tower's debut. Crossbell's new city hall, dubbed Orcus Tower, has been completed in time for the West Zamuria Trade Conference. So that's what that tall building is. Wow, learning a little bit. A proper editorial, right? Former mayoral try that again. Former mayoral secretary back behind bars. Ernest Reese, the former secretary of the Mayor McDowell, was arrested again by the Special Sports Section during the operation. The previous speaker, Hartman, was also arrested for bribery and conspiring to the cult. And so that was like the beginning of the game. The one guy turned into a demon. Didn't really work out for them, all the while Hartman was running around like a crazy person. But yeah, they've been arrested. Highlighting historic monuments. Stargazer's Tower. Back to the Middle Ages, eh? And then, of course, let's take a look out for some rainy weather over the weekend forecast. Don't forget your umbrella. While the Mines Village is looking to remain with an overcast. Renovations on our rooftop space have finally been completed. Customers will soon be able to visit the space to relax and take in the view. Come by and give it a whirl. Sure. Upstairs we go, where we'll just do a few laps. Welcome to Hanson Shoes. This is the Al Borland. No, Al Borland, Al Bundy. Al Borland's a different Al. Still. So what do you got? The enamel mules, only for women. Okay. That's when they tell us, like, oh, are you a size 6? Not siree. Old man honest. He's my age and he's achieving great things. Ho, ho, ho. What are you, Jack Frost? Then we got an accessory shop. Again, probably nothing that we can really afford at this moment in time. And also fairly expensive. The Luca Boutique. And you got the parka. Which, again, not bad. Men only. But expensive. Hey, I think we're made of money around here? Oh, talk to the little boy. I go window shopping with my mom pretty much every day. I'm used to it, but geesh, it's so boring. Remember like when you went shopping with your parents and realized how boring it is, and then when you realize like as an adult, you had to go and do it again? Janetta! Do you think that's like Marty Jannetty's daughter that he wanted to have sex with? It's weird things that you learn in the wrestling industry. It is a nice view. I feel like throwing on a patio bar up here will really nail it. Wind sure feels nice. Why don't you jump? Look at that tower. That's a hell of an erection right there, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, we're done here. Stumbling around as we do. Past the Mishis. Oh, Polly, pretty Polly. So that's the Bizet Alley. We'll check out stuff here while we are here. Chat it up with the tourists and whatnot. God knows they know. Both of them have the name tourist. Get out of here. No. Consider enough to order throughout the entire day and give up her seat during peak hours. Well, good for her, I guess. Be sure to check out them seasonal options. Braun? Strowman? Fried fish and milk potage. Potage? No one knows what the hell that means. That's Flot! So she's the person who sits in a Starbucks, although apparently not. Orders one coffee and utilizes the free Wi-Fi to work on their book or something, right? That's never going to sell. No, she apparently is nice. Braun Strowman. I asked Celtio to develop his own menu, but it crashed and burned. He doesn't have the skills. Well, that's mean. Flavor, appearance were appealing, and the shocking texture was to die for. Yeah, that's probably what you want to avoid in a restaurant, is having something with reference to shocking textures. But hey, I'm not a restaurateur, okay? So these are citizens, not tourists. Still, they both are going to be called citizens. Oh, that's so nice. They're sitting so far away from each other. Isn't it weird, like, those couples that, like, don't sit across from each other, but sit beside each other, like, at a restaurant? I always thought that was super weird. Okay, so hit the hamburger button, bring up the map. So we've been everywhere here. We're not going to go in the Orbital store because I'm afraid that's going to open something up. But I don't know if the Bizet Alley leads to anything. It probably does. I mean, we're gonna be thorough here. Oh, the back alley. Well, I guess we can grab that that apartment key then while we're here. Welcome. Oh, it's you guys. The alley cat dragged on in the SSS. It's good to see you too, Imelda. Energetic as ever, as you say. From where I sit, things have been boring as sin. Ravash has been shut down, and you've all been away on a break, and even my info breaker on the Orbital Network has closed up shop. I was just going to say, she's probably referring to that kid, Jonah. Jonas? Yona! Yeah, we got Wazy and Noel with us, instead of Randy Orlando, everyone's lovable porn star. Who said I only have my one source, my dearies? Yeah, do you have... Yeah, we want that apartment key. There we go. That's right, Buttercup. It's the key to my lovely downtown property, Maison Imelda. It's not dilapidated. It is a piece of shit. It's so lovely that a swarm of monsters couldn't wait to move on in and make it their home, but you want me to clear them out because they're not paying rent, a little bit behind on it? Alright, yeah, we're running chores. You're just figuring this out now? I spent 120 hours from Trails from Zero doing just that. Chores. That's all it was. What do you got to offer us that's okay? You have even more expensive things. God damn it, woman. And see, you know, it's funny, now that chest is gone. So I wonder what is at Ravash now. Want to have some fun at our club? Why not spend the day drinking and chatting with me? I mean, sure. It should be totally empty inside now. Hey, what are you doing over there? We're cops, so shut the front door. Who are you? I run a real estate agency in the Crossbell City, so the government gave me custody of this building. I'll have to ask you not to enter the premises because it would cause some problems. Suppose that does make sense, so we're sorry for the inconvenience, but we are with the CPD, so. So what brings you here? Where are you doing a routine inspection of the building? We've decided to put it up for sale. Good luck with that. Many businesses have expressed interest in purchasing it, and they plan to negotiate today. Well, considering the size of the building, the upkeep costs are astronomical, and we have no reason to turn down anyone willing to take it off our hands. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go. We can't go in there. Heaven forbid. Kicks us right on out. Hey, look at you, Barker Bishy. A lot of cute chicks at our club want to come on in. Coercive barking is an arrestable offense, apparently. Keep that in mind. Yeah, my bad. I didn't know you were a cop. Sorry. We're still going to go in for our free drink, though, right? If it isn't Wazy, rare to see you here at this time of day. Oh, come on. Isn't he day drinking like the rest of us? Drinks will have to wait until I'm off the cock. Clock or cock, that's up to you, folks. Sandra, day in, day out, I put on a fake smile and pour drinks at the club. Why do I do this to myself? Sandra, maybe you need some time for yourself. Like, don't we all? And I think we're done there. Hi, buds. Yeah, so that wasn't the direction I wanted to go. I didn't want to go to the entertainment district. Not yet. Because it's all a giant circle jerk here. And I would like to be a little more complete with it. So we're going to go on down here. Down to Roma Street. Also known as West Street, apparently. There is some people to visit. Oh, we can't even go down there? How dare we? Oh, wait. That's the back end of us. Okay, yeah. Never mind. I'm the idiot. Let's go on into the bakery. Chat it on up. Wait. Kids have Sunday school in the morning. Burrick has Sunday school in the evening. What's he doing there? Nobody knows. I feel like calling this the Morgue's Bakery, though, makes me feel like, am I getting something with dead people in it? The baby face, eh? Yeah, training with the 1st Division is what we were up to, apparently. A mooncake muffin! Well, I'll take that. That sounds wonderful. Fresh out of the oven. But make sure to buy more if you like it, okay? Yeah, we'll be certain to do that. So what do you have? That's not bad. 1,000 HP. HP sauce. Sunny side up, eggs stuffed into a muffin. Delish. Morgs! Talking about the new bread. Of course, it looks like he's making a couple dozen or so croissants. Anyone up here? Of course. Bennett. Mark my words, Oscar. You will. Okay. Maybe make your own bakery then. I don't know. Everyone's just out to murder everybody here. What do we got here? Bellheim Apartments. Sounds wonderful. Hey, easy skills. You just finished hockey. How was hockey? Did you actually have a game, or did you, This is Wendy's father. He's sleeping. Wake him up! Or was it just a practice? Practice! You won, but no goals. Hey, doesn't mean you can't score all the time. How many fights did you get into? 6? 7? 9? 14? Throwing out that Gordie Howe elbow every once in a while. We're going to go off to Bonerville, of course. I wanted to hit number 12. He was pissing me off. Okay, that's what part of hockey is. Pissing people off. I got you. But then you would have got a penalty. And then you're not helping out the team. Not helping out the team. Look at the size of these apartments. Just a single... Oh my god, hi, sorry. Aunt Letty, Leet. I see your friends from the SSS are with you. Is your training with the 1st Division done? No. We're just, popping on in. Someone who's been looking after me ever since I was a kid. We're like family. She's our friend Cecile's mother. Speaking of Cecile, I've actually met her at the hospital before. Yeah, wasn't that... that was Guy Banning's fiancé before he was murdered. Anyway, I'm sure we'll see Cecile sometime soon. I'll introduce you then. All right. Yeah, we always like having a little chit-chat with our auntie, right? So that's all that these apartment buildings are, just one floor. Just one floor. Nothing even there. Okay. I am riding in a car. Yes, orbital cars are great. Are they? The Vern model. Stylish, eye-catching. We all gonna have a conversation here? Hey, sir, ma'am? Ponce. There's a place known along West Crossbill Highway as Knox Forest. Thickets make it a fantastic location for taking pictures of some lovely greenery. Unfortunately, the Crossbell Police Academy is that way too, so it's private property. So you're telling me you're breaking the law? Is that what you're telling me you're doing, sir? Ma'am? Welcome to Tally's, the go-to general store. Well, let's see what we got in the general store. Not much for chit-chat. We got that. Stylish mirror. We can't go into Ellie's room right now. What do you think this brown liquid is? Poo, right? A brown goo one should never have touched it barehanded. And then we got the purple liquid. Don't you put it in your mouth. Because you probably get sick. Is he going to let us go upstairs? He's going to yell at us or something, isn't he? You live in your... Oh, what's this? It's a copy of Kingdom of Sweets Volume 1 here. Can we read it? Or maybe that's for later. Just remember that. It's to go talk it up with the lawyer. He's going to tell us that police are not welcome in here. No, he's actually a nice guy. Well, Mr. Grimwood's at his desk. Can we go back in this dungeon yet again? We're never allowed back there. What's he got back there? Oh, wait, I can't approach your desk from the front and have a conversation with you? Sure has. I heard the SSS has temporarily suspended its operations, but today's our first day back. Back into the swing of things. So you must be the famous Grizzly Grim everyone talks about. I look forward to needing your services. Very well then. I should have some business cards around here. No, we don't need business cards. I was only kidding myself. It's very good to meet you. Allow me to formally introduce myself again. Ian Grimwood, lawyer and head of the law office. He's a big boy. Big boy. Just like Brock Lesnar when he was introduced to Keith Lee. He no longer works for that organization. I'd be happy to give you advice should it need to arise, so off we go. Thank you. Share a drink with him one day, maybe? Alright, been in there. Sank Street. And we're gonna go visit the Villa Raisins. These are the rich people apartments. Condos, maybe. I hate how out of control my husband's spending habits are. He's pointlessly replaced our furniture time and time again. He went out and purchased an horrible car. Sounds like a divorce maybe is going to be happening. Yeah, isn't this where Ilya lives? From the entertainment district? Construction's been completed at the new city hall of Crossbell. Project was in danger thanks to a temporary budget freeze, but he can rest easy now. I mean, did he? How did he make that giant tower? What was his reasoning of it? Like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna milk this off of the giant erection we're currently popping here. What? What I wouldn't give to live in an apartment as spacious as some of these, maybe even a little too spacious. They can be very difficult to clean. Well, ask for more money. So I think that's Ilya's apartment. I always thought it was this one though, but I guess not. So yeah, what is up that area? Let's check it out before we go. Oh wait, no, I think this is. Okay, so that's the exit out of the city. Good call, Jordan. Good call. Into the residential district. Just rolling on into people's homes. The mansions of Crossbell City. Hi, Cindy. Most of these are going to be locked anyways, but... Pops is a manager at the IBC, connections to the Crossbell High Society, so he gets to go to these fancy parties. Well, that's okay. Hey, is this the liquor cabinet? No, can't go back there. Heaven forbid. No drinking on company time. The Hayworth resident. This is Ren's family. If it isn't the SSS. Good to see you again, Mr. and Mrs. Hayworth. Good to see Colin's doing well. Oh, there's a tale here. But I feel like it's not ours to share, unfortunately. Because of you, we're still that happy family. Truly no amount of thanks could ever express our gratitude. Yeah, we were able to save their child, essentially, so. But, yeah, still weren't able to thank the girl, who they don't even realize the purple-haired girl is their daughter. They assume she was killed. Yeah, and we don't want to get on that, unfortunately. Suppose all we can do is be patient and pray for that opportunity. Ren, she's already left Crossbell with Estelle and Joshua, And the Hayworths still don't know the truth. It's unfortunate, it really is. Regardless, please stop by for a visit whenever you'd like. You're always welcome here, and I'll help you in any way we can. Goodbye! Alright, you know, upstairs and raid your liquor cabinet. That's just what we... Oh, look. So there's all these books and magazines up, but we can't do anything. I have a feeling it's going to be part of, like, this... little goose chase we're probably going to do a little bit later. Like, remember where this car magazine was? Remember where this other book was? So just right now, Hayworth's and the general store. I'm just going to go on down to the... Again, that's another access point of the geofront down here. Probably going to be locked. It's a fishing spot, but we don't have a fishing pole. Old Man Ray's. Great weather we're having. I feel like it's time for another coffee, actually. The McDowell estate. Uh-oh. Jonah! Lady Ellie, welcome. Is this Ellie's house? I think so. So Ellie's like the only legitimate one who has like a separate house, I think. Which reminds me, Lady Ellie, we received letters from the young master and young mistress. Does she mean yes? My parents are living in Bonerville and Calvert. I used to receive letters from them occasionally, but ever since the cult incidents, it's been a little bit more frequent. They're worried for grandfather and me, but their written is generally supportive, so... Family, eh? Hold on to them for now, Jonah. I'll read them later. Joanna, that's it. Well, eventually I'll be able to read. Probably in a few more years, right? Yep, nothing to check out. Very nice people. Just an office. I can't remember, like, I think Ellie's room is upstairs? Helmer, welcome home. An enormous mansion. Well, it is the Speaker McDowell's estate after all, but let's not make a big deal out of it. We're just, you know, here to have her all welcomed. Yeah, we take care. We take good care. Yeah, I think this is... Maybe this is her room? Oddly enough that we can't sleep in it. Oh well, no big deal. Again, I just like being thorough. I like checking these places out. Like, they're cool. They are cool. All right, nothing on up over there. Old Man Ray's. That leads out to another exit. Maine's Mountain. Don't want to go there. And then a bunch of homes that we can't go. Representative Campbell of the Republican faction. Yes, but they found no connection with Representative Campbell. Relationship with Hey You, but nothing illegal. At least not that they dug around and found, so... Reminds me, Ellie, aren't you friends with his daughter? Yeah, Carla and I went to Sunday school together. For her sake, I was relieved to find out her father wasn't connected with the cult. But he still isn't open to having anyone, you know, visit, I guess, so... Alright, no business there. That's fine. I don't think we ever went into this house. Ever. Hey there, want to play? Come on in for a fun time. Would love to. Would love to visit. Don't have a lot of money to spend, of course. This is where you can exchange your medals for fabulous prizes. What do we got? 1 medal for 5 Mira. Got some new material. A fishing bait set. Contains earthworm, dumplings, deluxe rumplings, roe, and red flies. All for 200. Not bad. Comfy chair for Wazy's room. And a Kagamurahuahood. Sure. Couldn't keep myself away. I still love my Calvert, but there's something special about Crossbell. He doesn't have much to say, and I don't have any money to spend currently. I must warn you that you'll never be able to cheat at this table. Would you like to surrender yourself to fate? No. See, oh, and before, that was the back room that we couldn't get access to where Lecter took the minor mines. Gwenter? No, I can't remember what his name was. Anyways. You got taken for millions. We get ourselves a drink here. I'll spare you the details, but just think of me as one of them. As you wish. No kidding. I suppose I wouldn't be surprised you know him too. What can I say? The entire entertainment district is a host's beast. Also, you're too young to be hanging out in a place like this. You should take this chance to... Can you hear yourself right now? You're so uptight. That is part of the charm, though. All too familiar. It's exactly why I like trying to scold Randy. Alright, the end of that. I'm going to go take a quick little break to make another coffee and go to the washroom. So, enjoy some Be Right Back. I'll be right back.
search me, I'll give it all up just to be with you. I'm so happy, now you got me. I'll surrender all my love to you. Don't you see what you're doing to me? I'm in love and I can't break free. Now I'm begging with you, baby, please don't leave me hanging. Oh, oh, oh. It's a lockdown, baby, you drive me crazy. Ain't no escaping, your love has got me doing time. You're my attorney, my judge and jury. I'm pleading guilty, so lock me up with the key. Oh, 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 yeah. I said lock me up with the key. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Lock me up with the key. Baby, it's a lockdown, baby, you drive me crazy. Ain't no escaping, your love has got me doing time. You're my attorney, my judge and jury. I'm pleading guilty, so lock me up with the key. You gotta take away the key, my baby. Lock me up with the key. Keep me in there. Lock me up with the key. Hey, pretty baby, come and save me. I got a confession for you. Call me crazy, but I may be committing a crime of the first degree. I'm not pretending, I mean what I'm saying. I'm coming in with my hands held high. Gotta face it, I'm not gonna make it without your love, and I got nowhere to go. Don't you see what you're doing to me? I'm in love and I can't break free. Now I'm begging with you, baby, please don't leave me hanging. Oh, 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 no, it's a lockdown, baby, you drive me crazy. Ain't no escaping, your love has got me doing time. You're my attorney, my judge and jury. I'm pleading guilty, so lock me up with the key. Oh, babe, yeah, I said lock me up with the key. Yeah, ooh, ooh, yeah, lock me up with the key. You can't restrain me. You can search me. I'll give it all up just to be with you. I'm so happy. Now you got me. I'll surrender all my love to you. Don't you see what you're doing to me? I'm in love and I can't break free. Now I'm begging with you, baby, please don't leave me hanging. Oh, oh, oh. It's a lockdown, baby, you drive me crazy. Ain't no escaping, your love has got me doing time. You're my attorney, my judge and jury. I'm pleading guilty, so lock me up with the key. Oh, 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 yeah. I said lock me up with the key. Yeah, ooh, ooh, ooh. Lock me up with the key. Baby, it's a lockdown, baby, you drive me crazy. Ain't no escaping, your love has got me doing time. You're my attorney, my judge and jury. I'm pleading guilty, so lock me up.
And then I just rudely interrupt everything. I'm just waiting on my coffee, but I just wanted to rudely interrupt lockdown, because that's what we do around here, is rudely interrupt things. So, moving around, yes, we're still in the entertainment district. We're going to go on, check out the theater, and then there's the downtown district. There's like the Fisherman's Guild, the Bracers Guild. There's a lot of stuff we can check out, so we'll be right back. You know, it's weird. I've never been a multiple coffee per day type of person. I'm trying to like associate it if like since my son has been born, like, there is no more sleeping in type of thing. I was a guy that used to sleep until like 11 type of thing, 12. But now that, like, once he's up, I gotta be up, so I'm going to bed a little bit earlier as one has to type of thing. And it's just like, is it because I'm up earlier now on a daily basis that I require the coffee? Or just like, am I filling the time with drinking the coffee? I don't know. Maybe I won't even be allowed into the theater, hey? Golden Sun, Silver Moon. Greatest show yet. Can't wait to see it. But the doors don't open until right before the show starts, so we can't have anybody loitering around there. Spend a lot of time sitting around with a new girl from the theater. She's lucky. Why can't Lady Ilya take me under her wing? I don't know. Tap! You're the Oshifers that kept going into the theater a while back. Wish I had a job that let me enter Arc-en-Ciel whenever I wanted. I was just going to say, I'm going to go in here. The manager's going to come up and bum rush me and go, look, you're not allowed. Okay? Been a long time since we've last set foot in here. It has been. I wonder if Ilya and Rixia are doing well. Is it okay for us to just waltz on in? Like, of course it's okay for us to just waltz on in like this. You okay? Are you done your drink? Do you want juice? You want juice? You're done. You want juice? Can you put this in the sink? Oh. Okay, let's get you juice. My son's freaking out because he probably wants some more in the drink. Hey, you ran into that nose first. Why did you do that? Is it nap time? Oh, if you mention the N-word, nap, not the other N-word, apparently they run off crying. Sorry, just everything. If it isn't Detective Bannings and Miss McDowell from the SSS, good to see you again. Is this a personal visit? Actually, we're here on busyness. No, of course not. You're no bother. The troop is currently taking a break, so stay a while. Ilya and the others will probably be delighted to see you. So, yeah. What's wrong, Noel? Oh, I can't believe how much clout the SSS has. What's the matter? Yeah, she's right to think you'd have red carpet rolled out for you at Arc-en-Ciel. Well, look. We got some pull around here. That's exactly it, okay? Don't be jelly, okay? Just because we can stroll on in here and chat it on up with the star cast. Yeah, we don't have anything. Theo and Eugene are always off together, even off stage. No wonder some of the fans ship them together. What? No. Okay, sure. Yeah. Not on Hot Steamy Man. No, stop it. Yeah, we're just... Okay. His skills are steadily improving. He even surpassed you at this rate. You better be careful. Well, allow anyone to surpass him. Docile young men like Nikolai have in all the rage lately. Like raging boners or what? Why don't you ask him? Theodore, bestow all your knowledge upon me. If I'm to be docile, I must become calmless myself. Give me 1 week. That's all I need. Alright, it's weirdos. Mid-practice snacks are the best. How many times must I tell you, stop eating in the dressing room? What's the big deal? We're on break. Maybe you should go to the break room. Who knew Pile? Pile. Mysterious songstress had a sweet tooth. Oh, there's another book there. I'm telling you, that's gonna be a quest. I mean, I'll try my hardest. Heinz? Something wrong? No, nothing at all. Patrolling the city right now and decided to drop on in. Thank you for keeping an eye on us. You can come directly to me if you need any help around the theater. I don't need any help. At least not now. La 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 la. Sully is only an assistant, but when she helped us with practice, I was impressed by how quickly she moved. Everyone here is a dancing genius. Tons of work being put in. But heaven forbid I walk up there. Can we talk to you? No, we have to actually go down. Got to go down to go up, apparently. I should be in the theater. Welcome to go see them. Well, that's what I'll just do. No, that leads to the second floor seats. Nothing to do around there. What if I wanted to go take a peek at the seats? What if, like, that's what I wanted to do, and you're stopping me from doing it? How dare you? There they are. And you wouldn't believe what Sully did next. Cut it out, not in front of Rixia. You picking on Sully again? Things are lively as hell. Yes, the Ilya Platier. Yes. It isn't my favorite little guy. Wait, is that a reference to Lloyd Banning's favorite little guy? What? Hello, the SS. I feel like the oh, look at that. Bedhead is full out here. Hey! Hi! It's been a while. I'm sorry if we interrupted your break. Oh, that's okay. Jeepers. It's been too long. Make yourselves at home for us. But since you're here, can I trouble you for a nice little warm reunion hug? Abso-freaking-lutely. Oh, you're no fun. You don't have to hold back with me, you know. Or maybe you'd prefer if Rixia smothered you instead. Straight to the point, as always. Stop being a damn leecher? Lecher? I don't even know, like, the direction they're going with this. Rixia? Resilient as ever as well. I think it'd have to be if I was going around Ilya for so long. It's good to see you all again. Been far too long. Hope you'll continue to look out for everyone here on Arc-en-Ciel. Don't you live in the downtown district? I've seen you in the neighborhood before. Well, yes, I do. Would you happen to be the leader of that? Wazy Hemisphere at your service. Wait a minute. There are 2 new actors on stage today. 2 are our newest members, Wazy and Noel. Tio and Randy haven't returned yet, unfortunately, so I'll be just the 4 of us. Just the 4 of us. We can make it if we try. Just the 4 of us. You and I and I and I. Yeah. You artists are a lot more forward than I thought you'd ever be. And more beautiful in person than in the photos. That aside, you've been quiet this whole time. Introduce yourself, Missy. Oh, I know already. So, if I'm led to believe, isn't that the person that we sort of, you know, they were causing some trouble around Crossbell? Introduced them to them, and then they were like, hey, you can act. How have you been, Sully? You have some nerve talking to me. Don't think for a second I've forgotten what happened back then. You hear me? From what I heard, our favorite lady-killing detective here grabbed Sully from behind and, No, it wasn't like that. I was only trying to apprehend her because she was running away and it turned into a grab of a butt. Perhaps a small sexual assault happened. I mean, we didn't know she was a lady. That was the thing. They were dressed like a tomboy. Sounds like Lloyd got a handful. What drama? The more I deny it, the more guilty I look. You know how to dig a grave, don't you, Lloyd? Alright, well, I've done so much for you guys. Hope we can visit you when we can. She's been working on a porno. Leaps are a sight to behold, especially in that stage outfit. Lazy! Well, there is that, of course, as well. I feel there's a sharpness to even her regular movements. Never tires either. So that's it, huh? I never realized. I haven't had much work recently, so I've been able to rest. If Ilya can sense that this way from the way I move, she really is amazing. Hardest workers I know is Rixia. Make sure to stay rested and don't forget how to take a moment for yourself every now and then. Oh, I will, Lloyd. Thanks for always looking out for me. I always wondered if it would be better for me to put my picture over there as opposed to on the right-hand side. Hard to say. All right. How will they get busy for us? You'll just have to wait and see. Get excited for what we're cooking on up. Will do. But you see, then that was the reason why I put it, because then it'd be blocking, you know, the partay stuff. So, all right, we're done here. Moving on. Being thorough as thorough can be. There's the Hotel Millennium. I guess we'll head in there. Hi. Provide the finest quality of service. If you'd like to book a room, let us know. Yes, I know I can do that. We're not going to be paying for that, though. Not today. Aaron, marks the 60th anniversary of the hotel's opening, and you've been working here for 30. Isn't it time for you to, like, retire? Maybe let someone else, Copy of delicious hot pots. Pressure cooking edition here. I feel like I should be writing these down. Like, I do remember these and I know it's going to be a quest. I know it's going to be a quest. I'm gonna write them down. Put my hats over here. All right. There was one in the general store. Okay, books. There's one in the general store. There's one in the hotel. Hotel room. Wasn't there one in the Hayward residence? Hayworth? I feel like there was 4, and I'm missing what that 4th one was, because I thought there was 2 car ones, wasn't there? It's gonna bother me. Doris, good morning. No, we're not staying here, but thank you for thinking. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, hello, rich people. Some of the best room service ever, eh? No fatigue here. Well, for what you're paying, I would expect to know. Again, we're not staying here. Just forget about it. All right, so yeah, we came from that way. No, it's Millennia Street. See where that leads to. The administrative district. That's right. But I don't think we want to go into the police department area either. Yeah, we attended the police academy at the same time. Yet you're leagues ahead of me. Come on, friends. Don't beat yourself up. How'd your detective exam go? 3rd time's a charm. I failed miserably. It made me realize that I'm just not cut for the right cloth for a detective. The work I do for the Metro Police Division is plenty satisfying, though. So, Oh, maybe you could always try for it again there, France. Is this the thing that guys sometimes have? What's it called? Bromance? You might be onto something, Noel. We're having a bromance moment here. Is that it? Yeah. So we still haven't visited the harbor and the downtown district. Otto. My name is Otto, and I love to get blotto. Oh, kitty. Can we chat it up? Meow. I always thought like this is weird. So you get new people coming in here, and they go to City Hall to find a place for them to live, which is pretty cool. It doesn't have to be too big, but there needs to be enough space for 3 of us. Do you have anything like that? How about this one? Received a change of residence form from the previous tenants a few months ago. I see, interesting place. Let me think. Yeah, Mr. Bond. I remember him. Pet friendly. Good to think about that. Nice job. Doors locked. No going in there. I remember having this. The Saint's Prayer. Remember that? Like the Phantom Thief Blanc just made that thing go missing. All right, dropping that off again to the FedEx. All the relocation paperwork was assigned to General Affairs 2nd Division. I thought each division would handle its own paperwork, but wrong you were. Wait, where was the mayor's... office? Guess I'm missing it. Oh well. Juice stand. Hey there, are you interested in trying my new fresh juice? Juice? Oh my god, don't you dare miss it. What do you have? Picky matcha latte for 1,000. So expensive. You think I have this type of money? Tajik, diet has completely changed ever since the cult incidents. They still keep financial affairs as busy as hell though. So I'm a little busier than usual. Hold on into the library. There could be thousands of books here to read. Miles! And we're back here with the new SSS. Y'all look more reliable than ever. Thank you for that, Uncle, apparently. I love Drew, right? You know, there's a stroke happening on the daily basis. I was reading, you know, from the dirt sheets, as they would say. I can't remember who possibly had said it. I don't know if it was our friend Dave Meltzer or whatever, but some of the releases from the other day were partially due to people who weren't vaccinated, like the Nia Jax of people. Not that should have been the main reason why she was let go. You know, it might have been the reason why she should have been let go, because she was dangerous in the ring. But, you know, that's only me talking out loud. How to use 5 minutes of yourself. I didn't even want to take the 5 minutes out of myself to read that. Prominent female figures. That didn't take long. They rejected my first thesis and I was late turning in my second, so I was rejected automatically. Soul crushing indeed, isn't it? So many books to read here. Nia, Eva, like Eva Marie, Karrion Kross, and Scarlett were the ones who didn't want to be vaccinated. See, I feel like with that, like, isn't AEW and Impact also, like, need you to be vaccinated to work? And basically probably anywhere you want to go, like in the indies, if you wanted to do that, like, also gonna force you to be vaccinated? The Lucha House Party just wanted out of WWE? Oh, okay. Can you blame them, though? Everyone is just being so underutilized. Like, unless your name is, like, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Brock Lesnar, like, along those lines, Charlotte Flair, who's also causing her own problems. Like, the more and more, like, of all of these releases, I thought, like we discussed on text, was like, I would have thought they would have already sold already. Like that's what everyone breaks down, is that's what they're doing. They're getting rid of the fat of their roster to keeping I don't know, are you just holding on to like the very, skeleton crew of people who are gonna wrestle and then just work them out? Like WWE isn't doing house shows again, are they? They realized that they were losing money, so maybe they've just become like, yeah, we just do 2 shows a week, just like AEW does, and keep everyone happy that we have, because we don't want them to leave because they're big names. And it makes you think of Tony Khan knows this as well, but I don't think he's out signing like everyone either. Like, maybe he takes like a Keith Lee type of thing, but in all purposes, they have a giant roster now too, and that was before they even. That was even before they released all these people. Not AEW, I mean WWE. They already had a pretty standard roster, so I don't know. They made $256 million. Then an hour later, oh yeah, please. I mean, but that's how businesses work. There's businesses everywhere, not just WWE, that are making money hand over fist, even in a post COVID world, that just decide hey, it's not working out or whatever, right? So. I always remember, wasn't it always said, Nia Jax, didn't it thought that, isn't she, a cousin of The Rock or something like that? Oh, they'll never get rid of her, because then you're going to piss off The Rock. I don't think he cares. I can't get rid of Sasha Banks. Snoop Dogg will never help work with you again, despite that he appeared on AEW. Do they hear themselves sometimes? A house show in Toronto, December 30th. That's probably the Rico Coliseum or whatever the hell that's called. That's at the exhibition place. That's usually where they do their house shows. And then if it's SmackDown or Raw, then they usually do it at Scotiabank Arena, formerly Air Canada Centre. I think I read this twice now. Are you working today? Could be even at work right now. I feel like reading all these things I probably read previously, but if I don't ever read them, I'll never know. The name is drawn from the 100-Day War, started out the war in its church-mediated end. Laburo appeared to be a significant disadvantage with the Empire, occupying a majority of their territory. Nia Jax is The Rock's cousin, but very unsafe. Sasha is the one who has spoken about being anti-vaccinated, but I think she was forced to get it. Yeah. Well, but wasn't that why? Wasn't that why she was off? No one would say why she was off. She wasn't injured, but everyone's just oh, she's taking a break. But in reality, wasn't that why that was? Was she wasn't allowed to work because she wasn't getting it, and then was probably essentially told by the higher ups of okay, look, we gave you a break. We didn't say what it was for, but this is it now. And no problem, buddy. I appreciate the lurks. Can't we just run through this stuff? Come on now! Oh, can we talk about Michelin? The new popular luxury resort that we, hung out there last time. That's where the Schwartz auction took place, I believe, wasn't it? Who would have thought there'd be so much to read at a library? If a non-aggression pact isn't legally binding, then what the fuck did you sign it for anyways? Why do I have a feeling like going into the games in the future, they're going to take advantage of the fact that that's not a legally binding contract? While initially a joint effort between the Epstein Foundation, change that name up, right? Public was initially skeptical of this technological leap, but it helped it out. They become an essential part of our daily lives. It's all about the weaponry, isn't it? An orban is a general term for the devices that operate our penises by drawing orbital energy from septium, invented by the Epstein and Epstein Foundation. Power is limitless. Great. How many more books are there to read? I can appreciate that if this was your first roll into this series, it absolutely was nice that you could go to the library and get a breakdown of literally everything. If you wanted it, at least. Rhineford Company was initially a gunpowder-based weapons manufacturer based out of the Bonerville Empire, known for its cannons and heavy weaponry. Oh yeah, so we did read that. I'm an idiot. Learning of the church. Met up with Father Kevin earlier in the day. 7 types of the stones that are mined across the world here. And then go on into quartz. The Vern Company of Vern Troyer. All of these arms companies that we really haven't run into at all lately. It's weird. The first manufacturer to successfully develop an airship. Oh, and then nothing to read on that end. No hidden books. Okay, we're done at the library. That was well. Took a little while, but no, still there. Yeah, we went to the juice place. Okay, so we still have to go to the harbor and then downtown, and then we're off. Started looking for a job a while ago. Roy, come on. Let's see if the little guy wants to go for a nap. Give me a sec. Well, I don't have good negotiation skills. A nap was not on the table, apparently. That's okay. Cheer up, boy. Even if you can't find a job, you'll always have me. Oh, you're my only ally, aren't you? Let's go to the Harbor District first. Because we're going to have to go into the downtown area for a quest anyways, so. And this leads to a few spots anyways. The noodle shop. It's never ending. I'm offering brand new noodles. I call them glorious noodles. Give them a try. Okay, let's see. Do you have $3,000 for glorious noodles? I don't think so, Tim. Fancy seeing you guys here. It's been a while. Please direct any inquiries to me. Are you going to stop us from going upstairs? Oh, there they all are. Grace! Roman Reigns! Grace's partner, right? Like sex partner or reporter partner? I keep getting pigeonholed and being into a cameraman. What's a guy have to do to get a little bit of respect around here? The Rodney Dangerfield stuff, right? What I gotta do to get a little respect around here, huh? Can't all get what you want. Is Grace around? No, she left to do some field work, talking about being easier to handle it alone this time. She dumped a bunch of her desk work on me, but it's an opportunity for me to do some actual writing. Wait, can't afford to stand around talking with this deadline creeping up on me. Bye-bye! As he just turns right around. It's been forever since you were last in town. Like 3 years? I'm in Crossville for the time being, so I intend on coming by the office from time to time as a consultant. She gets so mad. Like, sorry? What, can I go up here now? Excuse me! Vicky Guerrero says. Yeah, pardon us. Can we try that again one more time? One more time. You just got me feeling so free. I'm gonna celebrate and dance so free. All right, into the IBC. That's not an eyesore now, is it? Good morning. If you have any business here, then head inside to the reception desk. Our receptionist will be glad to assist you. You know what I realized? That for the big tower that they just built, I didn't go by and check it out. Do you remember you? The traitor you saved during the cult incident? Of course we do, Razir. How could we forget about you? I've been seeing a doctor at St. Ursula Medical College, so as you can see, I'm right as rain. Fortunately, I haven't racked up enough debt to declare bankruptcy during the incident either, so thanks for your help. I'll never forget how grateful I can be. And there's a celestial bomb. Very helpful, actually. A personal gift. Receptionist Landfay, if it isn't Miss McDowell and Detective Bannings. It's good to see you again, Landfay. You'll be seeing us come to the IBC a little bit more often now. I'm here to make a withdrawal. However, I believe the expiration date on your original card is already passed, so allow me to provide you a new one. Are we getting a new bank card? What was even the point of giving me that? Don't mind if we do. There we go. The exchange rate for SEPA is higher than it is at normals. Yeah, so do it at the bank. That was another problem, what we didn't do before, yeah. Welcome to the International Bank of Crossbell. I'm only part of security, but I can still say, I can give you some simple directions if you have any. I just want to make sure that we're not really missing a few things. Okay, that's Wendy. Then there's who is this that they wanted to? Okay, so they were both at the, oh yeah, one's at the Orbital store, and then the other one is at the police station, right? So we don't want to go to either of those. We're golden, pony boy. All right, yeah, like if we remember from the previous game, from Trails from Zero, a lot of like the Orbital networks were all cut down and everything, so. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, not allowed up there anymore. Remember when we were like on a first name basis with the boss, the new mayor? Old new mayor? What? No? Sure. Apparently not allowed anymore. Oh, they fixed up their building here. I wonder if we're going to be allowed. Hey, you trading. If you have business with us, please knock. Okay, well then knock, you morons. No? Oh, there's no fishing spot there anymore? Brought your medicine for you, Grandpa. Oh, wait, there is one. It's now way, way over there, though. Hey, Gramps! Do you have a rod for us? I guess not. Why would I even expect that? Alright. Almost done. Mayor Kwa never seems to skip a beat. He's wise, righteous, energetic, and filled with tons of great ideas. And to top it all off, wealthy and handsome. You want that D, don't you? You can be honest with us. It's boring hanging out here, my mom. I want to go back to the place with the twinkling lights. So where was that, Mom? The entertainment district. That's where she wants to hang out. Not much going on here, unfortunately. Bracer Guild, there we go. Is this Michael? Michael? Deary me, do my eyes deceive me? I was trying to figure out if this it was a man or a woman. I think it's a man with a woman's name. Okay, that's a man. It's a man who knows how to wear a shirt. Good job handling that arrest in Altair. Couldn't have done it without Arios' help, though. Thank you for that. I guess it's true. We're back to the old lineup. The golden, bright era of the Crossbell branch has come to an end. We're no strangers to being short-staffed, so we'll manage one way or another. They don't call you bracer allies for the citizens of nothing. Yes, that's right. No matter how busy you guys are, we would never offer a word of compliment. Did you just like forget about that Randy and Teal were not here? And the thing is, like with a game like this might take a while. You're introducing the new people, but then once it's done, it's done. Everyone knows. Like, you don't want to be caught running off to do a side quest before you do all this interaction and stuff. And then you're like, oh, like I should have done that, like, you know, the first, you know, few hours and got it over and done with so it can be more exciting later on. Like, not that this isn't exciting, at least not to me anyways, but it's part of the charm of an old school Japanese RPG. Even though it's not an old school Japanese, it's in the tone of one, but it's a relatively recent game. Hey, what are you doing? I wonder if we'll be allowed upstairs. Maybe there's gonna be a hidden book here or something. Maybe. Remember when we used to come here and pick up some requests? Instead, you get them to, you know, the police ones. Bracer Lynn and Aeolia. It's good to see you both again. You know, we're busy. Something like that. You two are bracers, right? Pleasure to meet you. Actually, I think I've seen you two before while you're away on Calvert. Usually one of the guardsmen at Tangram, aren't you? Speaking of the Republic, great job in Altair, Lloyd. Tied up those final loose threads of the cult case. Moving on up in the world. To the east side, perhaps. Maybe in the Queens. How, mushy on the phone? No? Little bit of tea, perhaps? Alright. Not much going on at the Bracer Guild. Yeah, a little... You know, we shot the shit, but not much... Wait. Closed? Been too busy, so my rod's gathering some dust, so we'll have to come by later to find our answers. I mean... I don't even have a rod. Or maybe I have rod, but I don't have, I actually wonder if I have a rod. I don't think I do. No. No master quartz yet, but again, I think that's something that'll probably come in due time. Crossbell House. Is that who I think it is? Yes, ma'am. Parla, how are ya? Oh, you're not going to stop me from going upstairs? Okay, well, that's great. Mushy mushy. Old Man Morris. Long time no see, sir. The chairman of the Business Owners Association on the East Street Merchants belong to you, eh? Yes, new team members. No books. All right, that's out the other entrance. And why do I have a feeling something's going to go down at this trader conference? Know what I'm saying? Mean Gene? Got a bunch of packages from Calvert to deliver today. Floored it across the mighty Sear River, which flows along the border. Wait, you just put them in the river? Is that how you deliver packages? Morty? Shan. Daddy may be scary, but I promise his food's the best in the world. I'm not afraid of your dad. My friend Roos and I started working part-time here a while back. I'm not good at working the counter, though, but it can be fun, and I always get yelled at for miscounting the Mira. What are you putting it in the pocket, or what? Oh, I can't even go back there. How do I shoot the shit with the... Oh, never mind. Zhang Wei. Sacred ground to the chef. So, okay, sorry. Not allowed to go back here. Wait, where are people staying if they come in? Oh, wait, over here. Wait, did you just stumble back here and then I talk to you again? No one's here at the hotel, though. All right. Yes, there's all of these guys. And I think we're honestly done. Yeah, where did they go? I wish I knew. Mom hasn't been doing any chores lately, so she finally blew her lid at Dad, my brothers, and me for not helping around the house. This is bad. Got plenty of fresh armorican vegetables today. They taste the best. Wait, are we incapable of growing stuff here in the city? I guess not. How you doing, Kronk? What do you sell? I couldn't remember. Odd cushion? Handmade cushion featuring an unknown character. Decoration for Kia's room. I mean, these are also dirt cheap. I'll buy this. And this. And we'll throw that on someone who might want it. Sure. I love how her weapon is called Charlotte. All right, we've been there. So let's just see. Where have we been? We've been in the Central Square, West Street, Administrative District, Harbor District, Entertainment District, Residential, Downtown, Station Street, Back Alley, IBC. Yeah, we've been everywhere. So we're heading on down to actually do a quest in the downtown area, the downtown core, in the 6, maybe. This downtown's a little slummy. I don't know how else to put it, but... And I put that back. I gotta give my son a nap. He's gonna need one. Nice. Have those after. Go on to the nap, okay? There you go. Right. Nap time for winners. Now, what were we doing here? That's not the button I want. This one. I believe it was the Maison Imelda monster extermination. We have the key. So we're just gonna go find out what this thing is gonna do to us. Who knows? So that's Lotus Heights. There is another building district down there. Aren't you the cops? Lame. Are we lame? Could be lame. It's a nice warm day today. I could doze off any second. You could. You certainly could. I mean, even still, for a slummy area, not terrible apartments, right? Got some decent room. Just maybe not the best of areas. This guy's just walking on into his dresser drawers or something. Even though it's a rough neighborhood, people from all walks of life end up here. Rent being cheap certainly helps. Every now and then, someone manages to get out of here and make a name for themselves. The citizens of downtown all have their own stories. Hey, who doesn't love themselves some cheap rent, right? Sure beats having a ridiculous, costly mortgage at the time. Mommy keeps saying how happy she is that these corrupt, no-good government people haven't come by. I don't really get it, but if Mommy's happy, then I'm happy too. Aren't we all? Diet had been considered a redevelopment plan for the downtown district for years, but I doubt it'll ever happen. It was officially put on ice, so it doesn't mean they'll never revisit the idea, but I can't be too happy about it. It's still a huge relief, though. What did they think that they were going to get, like, kicked out? I guess so. Can't have these seedy people living around downtown. Gotta kick them out and put them in the tents, I guess. A voice can be heard inside. Is this snore? Booze! Bring it to me, I need it. Okay, we'll bring it to you if you want it. Oh yeah, we went over there. Okay. Okay, so then there's the exchange shop, then there's Trinity, those gang levels, but again, when you get a nice little pan of the camera, it knows you're going somewhere special. Small child still running the store. Black market. Weapons, ammunition here. We don't luckily need to buy ammunition for anybody's thing. What was the last game where you had to buy, like was there ever an RPG where you had to buy ammunition? Like, the thing that strikes to me, been a long time, but like something like World of Warcraft, I remember having to buy arrows and bullets for the ranged character, for the hunter. And I always thought, like, was it annoying? Yes, and I'll only tell you, the only reason it was annoying was when you were at a raid or a dungeon and you forgot to bring enough bullets. But I thought it was a cool thing, and I wish they would have stuck with it, but I know why they didn't. I know why they didn't stick with it. Ashley, look what the cat dragged in. Haven't seen your faces in here in a while. Well, it's nice to see you again as well, Ashley. What are you up to with Wazy Hemisphere? Well, whatever. So what do you all need? For the record, I've already got new buyers for the stuff I used to sell at Ravash. So, yeah. Alright, feel free to look around. This is a business, though, so no loitering for Lloyd, I guess. Like, hey, customers. Weapons aren't for sale, but you want to make some trades? We probably should be, but yeah, as Ellie says, you can't prove that they're stolen goods. So until we do that, yeah. So what do you got? Yeah, so like, don't have any of those right now. So can we go back here? Oh, hey, don't. Storeroom is for staff only. You want to buy something? Get the hell out of here. Okay, relax. I hate being yelled at by a child, but so be it. Trinity. I hate how my one bother is, see how it says exit, but there's no other way in there. Like why? So why put exit there? It bothers me. Let's see if Wazy wants to shoot the shit with anybody here while we're here. Who leaves a pool table like that? Like no one's playing, we're just stopped? Did you just welcome us? This place becomes more like legitimate business every day. How you holding up? That man doesn't have a mouth. Want to make yourself at home while you're here. So how are you liking the special support section? It's a good fit for them. Chief is lenient, colleagues aren't half bad, pretty easy going. You do realize this isn't a vacation. You're still a member of the police force. Who else but yours truly could keep the SSS so level-headed? Dealing with him is nothing but problems. How did you do it, Abbas? Oh, actually, I've been meaning to ask, why was everyone in the Testaments really okay with Wazy joining? I don't think we could have stopped him, but that didn't answer the question. Well, we're surprised, but the members talked it over and we all agreed. We got our reasons. Be it coming from a broken home or having nowhere else to go, Wavy gave us a place to belong. So if he's chosen his next path, then we gotta support him. It gives us inspiration to go out there and find our next paths too. Yeah, steady paychecks, right? Fighting on the other side of the law doesn't always work out well for you, so. Alright, I always saw Abbas as the one in charge of Trinities anyway, so without me, I think they'll continue to do just fine. Alright, as I planned to go from the start, I'm inexperienced in the ways of serving and protecting the public, so please be gentle with me. We could just leave you here, you know, but we won't. Welcome to the team once again, Wazy. I felt like that was completely unnecessary. We're used to just hanging out while Abbas handled all the dirty work, so like, are you a bar, but like a biker bar? What do you got here? Rapid fries, Pinky Rose, and a rich cappuccino. I mean, you don't like waiting tables. You literally have one table to wait. And I'm sure the bartenders can handle that. I hate to see you go under and lose a place to relax, sure. Probably years. I keep track of the score and show people how to play billiards. If you don't know the rules, I can teach you. What an opportunity that would be to actually have me play, you know, billiards. Guess not. Not that I don't know how to play, but I'm just saying, like, that would have been a nice, cool little mini game, maybe. Ah, the Guillaume factory. Oh, yes. Someone is not napping. And instead has decided to play with them curtains again. It's been a while, sir. No need to be so polite, little lady. So the rumors are true, eh? Testament's leader really has joined the SSS. We didn't hire you so that you could get discounts, you know. If it's not for picking fights, I think I can give you a hand. They do. We hand them a weapon that we've been using, and then, well, they make us a new one. If you get your hands on some good materials, stop by and I'll see what we can make with them. Yes, you material and then other items to upgrade your equipment. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, so you can make the double twister. The Moliere, Bandit. Oh, so those are the weapons we currently have? Or was that the one that we did not buy? No, they had the Charlotte. So what am I missing here? Who knows? You yell at me going up here too? That's your workshop. That's where I work, god damn it. Okay. Yeah, we came from over there, went through there. This place can never stay clean for more than a minute. Morning, Cannon. Doing all right? Oh, good morning, Wazy. I'm fine, but there's more empty bottles than usual. Makes me mad when people litter, but comparing all the bottles makes it a little fun game. Just watch for any loose shards. Yeah, so there's going to be the apartments we're going to want to go to up there. And then, of course, here's the other gang. Dino! Been a while, my friend. It's nice to see you again, Dino. Have you been well since returning to the Saber Vipers? The boys gave me a good beating as punishment, so... Alright. So it's true you joined the police department there, Wazy? It's because of you that Wald did what? Wald has been really pissed off lately. If you value your lives, stay out of downtown. Sure, the Testaments haven't caused any trouble since the cult incident, but Wazy ditched the downtown district and got in bed with the damn police. He didn't even bother settling things with Wald. So in other words, Wald is angry that his rival left him behind. Lovely. There's nothing lovely about it. Don't you realize what you've done, you bastard? It's your fault Wald is hardly ever at Ignis anymore. Get it now? Well, that's his prerogative. I'm exercising mine by working with the SSS. The problems of the Saber Vipers are not my concern, and you have no right to blame me. In that case, get the hell out of here. Alright, we'll be going now. Goodbye, Dino. Asshole. Finally, a quest. And we should probably save, because we haven't saved in a while. Yes, use the key. Alright, there is a monster in here, somewhere. Well, you can't reach me from over there, my friend, so... My first fight in like 2.5 hours. And a party advantage. Look at that. The Dart Gnaw. So I guess now we... Oh, wait. I keep forgetting, like, does nobody have the analyze thing again? Oh, that sucks. Anime time, though, is good. These poor raccoons. Never had an idea. They have, like, weird bat tails, though, for their tail. Level 50, nice. Bunch of heals, sure. Oh, not for me, though. Call an ambulance, but not for me. God dang it, Bobby. Okay, so, you know, there's a mosquito there. Hey, nice. Did you not do that to my friend Wazy? That'd be appreciative. Oh, and a nice little poison there? Sure. Yeah, again, you want to analyze these things so that you learn what they're weak against. Like, you like get it out of the way, because eventually you'll probably be facing multiple of these things throughout. So, obviously, take advantage of it. A Phantom Rush restrains the enemy with rapid strikes, drops their speed, and then an Impede. Okay, good to know that he has an Impede as well. I would like to get the Analyze on this thing as well. Let him have his turn. Let the baby have his bottle, right? Well, I'll put on a show for you, bud. Yeah, we'll put on a show.
いい夢を
Little baby bomb. Apparently that's not the show people want. You want this show? Coco Melon? Coco Melon? Okay. We got a nod from the audience on that one. Open up that chest-a-rooney. Oh, some Sepith. It's great. The treasure chest activates its power to stop time. Fortunately, it can't do anything either, so nothing happens while you read this text. Oh, okay. Sure enough, I guess. Yeah, and I'm fairly certain. Yeah, we went in there. There's nothing there. That's the entrance we came in. So downstairs we go. Does an old lady know that that this place looks like this and it's just like dilapidated everywhere?
私の番ね
All right. Step forwards and shoots down each target. Can you? Oh, Jesus, Murphy H of Crankaroonies. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, you've got to see what this is, right? Who turns down anime? There's just too many of them that I don't want to bother with. There we go. Earthworm Gym also allowed there. All right, go on in here. Ah, there's a nice little treasure chest for us. 260. Oh, it's a little story. I remember we got the first one. I shall await your answer at midnight from my heart to yours, Jubilee. With the letter fully read, Cyril sighed, returned to its accompanying chest set upon his lap, then sank further into his chair, long legs spread wide in a most undignified manner. That was a little off.
行きます
やれやれ
Damn it.
任せてくれ
Nice.
やっ
さてと
It's critical.
よし
Yeah, I really do like the Master Quartz thing. I'm assuming that's gonna continue on into the next games. I can only assume so, honestly. Obviously, like, you know, with a game setting it up for you in here. A successful ambush on the rat people. Wait, did we not get? We must not have got that. Oh, this might just murder them all. Oh, close. Perfect. I like it being a CP move, because eventually you start using that a little too much. It starts to, at least in my opinion, it feels like you're utilizing a little too much. Whereas the CP was always building, the EP is not building, unless you get leveled up. SL Shoes. Wow! A sequel to Trails in the Chest? I can't believe the Geofront got a chest-selling author to work on the Azure. Me neither, right? Entry-level tennis shoes. I'll take it. Again, can't get over there though, because why the hell not? So you have this hole in the wall that I can't even access. Isn't that funny? Like the way that that looks, it should be over that way, but it's not. Apparently these are cat-like enemies. Apparently that's, according to this, look at this. Cat-like monster that stuns enemies with its electric organ in its mouth. No, those are raccoons. Does a raccoon look like a cat? No. Like, I mean, sure. Are they mammals? Sure. Do they both have tails and ears? Sure. But like, if that's what we're just going off of, no, no. It would have been better to say a raccoon-like animal. He even has the stripes. Like, that's basically Sly Cooper if I've ever seen him. Aren't you supposed to be napping? That's what you get for walking on up to me there, sir. Yeah, get the range stuff out of there. Oh, come on, you can't shoot them from there? Watch out for them monsters. Oh, another lot of them, eh? If you guys could just all bunch yourselves up nicely for me, that would be appreciated. What do you have? Oh, that could be good. Yeah, use it. Why not? Didn't knock them to sleep, but did a little bit of damage to them at the front there. And look, they're all bunching up again. How nice of them. If you could lay off of Lloyd Bannings though, that'd be really appreciated. Nice. Oh, that sucked. Nice. Good recovery there. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, even at this point, we don't even have a lot of courts, right, to really start making a decision of, you know, who's going to be who healer-wise and stuff like that. So, I mean, not that we need it now. Like, again, we barely even scratched the surface of what we're doing. Like, we made the arrest at the very early in the game of Ernest and Speaker Hartman, who turned into a mean man. Someone keeps stealing the wheels off of the First Division's patrol cars. They're working tirelessly to bring them justice. All right, that was good. No, that we got an orbment. I guess. Would you like to move? I feel like moving around should be someone who's not using a weapon. So like Wazy probably will work a little better. How odd. Wait, so we came from there. There's an enemy there. Still haven't gone upstairs. Well, we'll get there. We will get there. What a waste of a critical attack. You guys for real? Lucky sevens. I feel like that should be like a Tifa's thing, you know? You get all lucky sevens, you know? Like, let's get a level of appreciation. No, you penis. All right, can the two of you blow this thing away with both your shots? Look at Jordan being a CP hoarder, right? Who doesn't hear that happening? All right. Blind. An advertisement is pasted to the bottom side of the lid. You have to be blind to not see all the Maison Imelda has to offer. For availabilities, contact Madam Imelda at Imelda's Antique. That was a lot to take in. Quartz. Nothing's open up there. I mean, yeah, I guess. Oh. Okay. Good talk. Oh, you coming all the way over here? Sure you are. There you go. Have a good conversation with the rat people. When do I get to speak with the Rat King? Can you reach that guy at the back? Nice. Oh, come on. I love how he just walks right by Wazy. Like, you could have got an easy hit on him. And look, you already wanted to attack him once, then you don't bother, and then you die. And then you die. That's okay. Just another room full of nothingness. Okay. Upstairs we go. That's where the action's got to be, right? Copy of Simple Season Recipes here. So again, there's another book. Another book is at the, what are they called? The Imelda. I'm going to put downtown apartments. Imelda something? I'm only writing this in because I swear to God, I know there's going to be a quest to find all these books. I just know it. I know it. Oh, hello. Yeah, you're our guy. This should be fun. Oh, and you brought friends. That started off well for you. I wouldn't mind getting the analyze off of them right off the hop. The superior mosquito. Lovable waste of a critical opportunity there, of course. Oh, that only works on one guy? That's terrible. There we go. And then what do we got here? I'll throw the CP up. A little heal, which doesn't hurt anybody as well, right? If I want to waste that though. Like, will it? Okay, so that'll nail everybody. So I know that's in the back. Analyze him up there, buddy. So he hates a little stone. Boss of the mosquito horde. Sprays acidic bodily fluids to melt anything in its way. Like, what kind of stuff are you spraying at me and my friends? Okay, and you poisoned my friend. Well, that was even meaner. That was even meaner to do. Sorry about that. Oh, Braveheart, sorry. Talk to you later there. Thanks you for stopping on in, my friend. Ooh. Boom! That left a mark and a half. Wazy, do we have something that's going to get rid of that that poison? Antidote. We only have 2 of them, though. I feel like we should have something. Returns lowered stats normal. That's not it. Just get in there. It'll go away anyways. You bastard. And it changed that to defense up for 5 turns instead of for 3 turns like it was previously. Yeah, it might be time to, Oh, she doesn't. Oh, I was like, oh, she doesn't have enough for that. That's why does she not have enough time for that? Oh, it's because of that. Yeah, that's a waste. Mama's at work, buddy. Uh-oh. Oh. You just had to go and do that, didn't you? You just had to go and do that. Oh, can you stop calling your friends and well-wishers? It's just so terrible. What does he hate? Stone, apparently. Do you have something? That could murder them both. Close. Hits like a truck though. Hits like a truck. I'm not liking seeing it. Yeah, we're all hurting here. Are you gonna call allies again? I just think that that's what they're gonna do. Thank God. Decent experience points there. Lots of Sepith. And defense. Nice. Alright. Craft Book Strike. A craft book. Book's kind of old, but the information in it does seem familiar. There's a craft in here designed to be used by 2 people in sync. Looks for apt for Lloyd and Wazy. Want to give it a shot, Wazy? I mean, not right now. Okay, great. So we got, again, some more orbment, some more quartz. I throw the defense on you, because eventually you can just use it. And everyone's got spots, so until we go back to the orbment building and actually get some spots opened up, that's essentially what we're running with. It's so costly, but I can't take the possibility of it being bad for us there. So we're out of here. Next monster was the West Crossbill Highway. So that was, you know, you want to exit out the west end of the highway out of Crossbell. We'll get there. Yeah, it's still a little weird to me. Like, I don't know where the fishing guys went off to, but I guess like rest. And also, didn't we get something for Kia's room? Yeah, we are going to rest up because I'm not going to take that hit of EP and then going out to the West Crossbill Highway and then getting murdered. It's funny, I said this yesterday. I feel like there's... Like, I hit down there, and it went to spot 2. Like, I don't know if, like, do I have a fat finger or what, but... It just goes up to that spot. Like, I don't know, can we even go into Kia's room? Is this Tio's room? I think this is, yes, this is hers. I think. I thought we would have been able to put something here. Handmade cushion featuring an unknown character. Decoration for Kia's room. This is Kia's room, I believe. Sort of checking out everything. Won't let me put it anywhere. Feels like it would go like right there, but also it being a cushion could go there. Whatever. Nothing to worry about right now, anyways. Can't go out the back door. It's not an exit only type of thing. All right, West Crossbill Highway. Let's go. Just up ahead, there's an extermination request there, but let's finish our work inside the city first. Oh, wait, what? I'm worried about... I mean, I know I saved, but I'm a little worried about this. Okay, so... let's verify the Imperial Secretary. I guess we could head there. So which one's this one? Report to the police headquarters. Oh, that wasn't where I wanted to go. Where is the police headquarters? Administrative district? At the library, city hall. There it is. I love this music.
皆さん
Well, look who it is.
皆さん
Hey guys, and hi to you too, Noe.
職場でお姉ちゃんは
Stop calling me that when we're on duty.
レベッカさん、お疲れ様です。
ご無沙汰していました
So the special support section is finally up and running again. Yes, we are, Rebecca.
始めていらっしゃるんです
Already working on our support requests? We are,
メ
actually.
ンバーもいますし、
Patrolling the city, showing the new members the
の
ropes.
要請を受けたんですけど、エマさんはどちらに？
Where is Detective
こ
Emma?
の会議室でお待
Waiting in the conference room down the hall.
一家からの協力要請なんて皆さんも出世されましたね
Yeah, it took a while, I guess, from, like I said at the beginning of the stream, like the first division, you know, they're up there with the Cross Guardian Force and everyone hates the special support section along with the Bracer Guild, and now everyone's working together, realizing that we can actually, you know, accomplish
無理
something.
難題を押し付けられなければいいけど。
マジ君
Honestly, Wazy,
とにかくエマさんから話を
let's hear what Detective Emma here has to say.
頑張ってくださいね
Gentlemen! New members who everyone's been chatting about? Yeah, that's right. So you and I go out for dinner sometime. Well, you hate to see it. Is this guy just striking out? He might be the prettier of the two members. What? You're not my type. I could always kickstart the paperwork to have you re-enrolled at the police academy. No, anything but that. Okay, that went a little weird. Chief Jolik? Boy, I think he's even more weirdly dressed than Lloyd Bannings. Well, looks like the quite the team got yourself on your hands there, Bannings. Expect big things. We don't have any business using the elevator, so screw off. Apparently we're not allowed in the basement either. Is there anywhere we're actually allowed here, or what? These prevent us from going everywhere. Whose shitty office is this also, by the way? There you are.
どうもエマさん。その説はお
Good
世話に
morning,
なり
and
ました。
thanks for all that you did for us.
一家での研修のことであれば世話したつもりはありません。あくまでダドリーさんの指示に従っただけのことです。筋は悪くありませんが、一家への誘いを蹴って支援課に戻ったのは理解に苦しみますね。
Oh, I wasn't under the impression that that's what we did.
すみません。
いろいろあったみたいね確かにロイドさんだったら他の部署も欲しがりそうですよね
まあいいでしょう。
Unless maybe that's the first of them telling me about it.
ここに来たということは手伝ってもらえると考えてもいいのですね。
ええ。もち
That's
ろんです
what I read.
なんでもあのレクター・アランドール
It said Lecter Arundel has entered Crossbell again.
一家ではそう掴んでいます。ですが残念ながら未だ確定できていません。
Well, you guys are also police. Why aren't you out confirming this type of thing?
それはどういう？
所在が確認できないということでしょうか
そもそもクロスベル入りした
I feel like I should have done this quest first, because then I could have, when I'm going around the entire city of Crossbell, we might have accomplished that. I don't know. Oh my god, my hair looks disastrous.
それらしき目撃情報はある。
There have been several eyewitnesses' reports, but any attempt to follow them up has been ending unsuccessfully.
おそらくこちらの動きを察知して捕捉を逃れているのだと思います。
なるほど。
Wait, do you have like a warrant for him, or like, you just know that he's in the city type thing?
そのくらいはやりそうかもね。
そこであなたたちにレクター・アランドールの
Determine whether or not Lecter has truly entered Crossbell,
本当にクロスベル入り
and then I'll determine the veracity of the reports.
何らかの偽装情報なのか。可能ならば帝国軍将校ないし帝国政府の書記官としての身元確認も頼みたいと思います。
Why not both?
わかりました。
ですがどうして私たちに？
以前あなた方は彼と
Probably because they know we get results.
それにかけてみることにしました。
なるほど。エリートの割には意外と柔軟な対応なんだね。
Oh, don't refer to Detective Emma as an elite.
仕方ないでしょう。
Yeah, so she comes off as a little bit of as a bitch.
人手を割けば補足は可能ですが、下手をすれば外交問題になりますし。
We got other cases, and there's also the matter of diplomatic consequences to consider.
ダドリーさんがいらしたら、あなたたちには頼まなかっ
If
た。
you were here, your assistance wouldn't even be necessary.
そういう
Okay, so
ダドリーさんはどちらに？
yeah, like where has he
昨
been?
日の夕方、通商会議の
Left for Liberal to attend a security meeting.
戻るのは明日になると思います。
そうだったんですか。
お忙しそうですね。
ですか
Yeah,
ら
he's very helpful in the last game.
なんとか片付けておきたいのです。
Was he like your boss there, Emma?
どれだけ出張で疲れていても引き受けてしまう人ですから。
なるほど。確かにダドリーさんならそのくらいはしそうですね。
わかりました。引き受けさせてもらいます。とりあえずどのあたりで
You need to investigate where Lecter was last spotted. So where would that be? Oh, I don't know. I don't do that type of old school police
そう
work.
ですね。真偽は定かではありませんが、裏通りの
I would assume the bar or casino. Back alley area.
裏通り。
Back
旧のマ
alley.
ーチの近く
Near
です
the old Ravache building, eh? So the stream might be a two-parter actually today. We got solid with 3 hours of work, but before we jump on off to that, apparently the wife needs to be picked up. But she said I could stream afterwards.
それっぽいじゃない。
So it sounds
わ
like
かり
it.
ました。早速調査に入ります。
All right, so we're gonna head back on over to the back alley for Ravache.
私は一家で待機しているの
Thanks
で
to Emma, of
報告
course.
の時は受付で呼んでください。
Call you at reception when we're ready to report. Really? That's what you expect us to do?
失礼します。
All right. Yeah, watch out for that table you're walking on into that there.
つい
All right.
一家の研修でお世話になったみた
She
い。
worked you hard during your training there in the first division.
態度
Yeah,
が
she
厳
can be
しいけど
strict, but she also taught me a lot while I was there.
なんていうか、
I think she just takes her job very seriously. That's all.
そんな感じですよね。
This feeling I got as well.
まあそういうお姉さん
Well,
ほど
women like her need to unwind every now and then, too, you know?
こんばんは
Perhaps I should invite her out for drinks.
あのな。
Poisey, I swear to
当
Ideos.
たりをつけて、
Anyway, let's get out of here and search for Lecter.
まずは裏
We'll
通り。
start by checking the back alley.
ええ、行きましょう。
All right, let's be off. But with that, as I just shared with you guys, I will return probably at around 2 p.m. We'll probably return back with the stream. Give me an hour and so off so I can do a couple things around the house, run a couple errands, pick up my wife, then be back for drinking hour, of course. That's what that will be. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it here, but we'll be back at about 2 p.m. Eastern time. It's only 12:30 now, so a nice little quick little break gets us on out of there, back on into the show at 2 p.m. where we're going to find Lecter getting it up the back alley. As Kenny Omega says, it's time for me to bid you adieu for now and say goodbye and good night. Bang. We shall see you at 2 p.m., guys. All the best. Bye.